Welcome back. Now, the Anna University's MIT campus in Krompet had a fresh face as a professor to guide students into the orientation drill today. In fact, he was none other than the former president and India's missile man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was over at the campus today, sharing his experience at his alma mater. Right from rejected project designs to how to emerge as a young leader of today's India, the audience was in fact spellbound and inspired by the genius. Kalam, who is an alumni of MIT, had a word of advice on striving to become an innovative and creative engineer as well for the many students who had gathered there today.
We have one of the greatest power is the youth power. 600 million people, 60% of the people youth power. Now if you harness the youth power, your beautiful India, happy India, prosperous India will come by the year 2020.
Well, our education reporter Krishnamurthy was there and he joins us live right now. Krishnamurthy, quite a few lucky students there. Did you get to catch up with any of them on how it was to have the special lecturer as opposed to some of the known faces on campus? Was this a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them?
Well, Evelyn, all the students of Anna University, all of them freshers, had a rather gala time when the former president APJ Abdul Kalam entered their campus. He came there for a rousing welcome as any other superstar, probably even Rajnikant would get while when fans see him. So the purpose of the first visit was to have an orientation class with all the freshers. He in fact Abdul Kalam in fact spoke about how he spent his time in the college. He was a former alumni of the Madras Institute of Technology. He spoke about how he learned the value of time when one of his professors in fact said one of his projects was not up to the mark. It was rather gloomy and disappointing, and he asked for a month's time to finish up the project, but then he was told that he will be given only 3 days to complete the project to gain more credits. And so he explained how he never took lunch or even dinner, skipped lunch and dinner to complete the project in 3 days time, and that's how he learned what's the importance of time. And then he also asked students to strive to be a very good engineer and be very innovative and not just take the path of any other person. Try to be a unique person. And all the students had it was rather an very interactive session with students. In fact, students were allowed to ask him questions on how to change the face of India. He in fact explained them that the only way to end corruption is if you could ask your parents, if you could stand up to your parents and ask them not to do anything wrong, India will be free of corruption. So a rather interactive, very interactive session with Abdul Kalam, and students just loved every bit of it. Evelyn?
Right, can't speak for the students though, but one thing's for sure, you've drawn some inspiration from that session, right? Thanks very much indeed, Krishna, for joining us with your inputs there. On to some international news now. In a hugely significant development that could have serious ramifications for the global economy, rating agency Standard & Poor has downgraded the US credit rating from top rank AAA to AA+. The safest bets are stamped AAA. That's where US debt stood for years. Moody's first assigned the United States an AAA rating in 1917. This downgrade by S&P comes after, according to the agency, the United States failed to manage the debt crisis. Now, in a statement released shortly after downgrading US credit rating agencies, Standard & Poor has said, and I quote, "The downgrade reflects our opinion that the fiscal consolidation plan that the Congress and the US administration recently agreed to fall short of what, in our view, would be necessary to stabilize the government's medium-term debt dynamics," unquote. But interestingly, the US debt crisis got worse just after President Obama assured the people of his country that things were going to get better.
But what I want the American people and our partners around the world to know is this: we are going to get through this. Things will get better, and we're going to get there together. The bipartisan compromise on deficit reduction was important in terms of putting us on sounder fiscal footing going forward. But let's be honest, the process was divisive, it was delayed, and if we want our businesses to have the confidence they need to get cash off the sidelines and invest and hire, then we've got to do better than that.
Well, back home here in India, here's how India's finance minister reacted on the US's rating downgrade.
We have to analyze it It requires some time and situation is grave. There is no gain of making off-the-cuff remarks.
Let's get you some national news now. Has the legal process in the Gujarat riot cases been compromised? Well, senior police officer Sanjeev Bhatt has told the Supreme Court that the Gujarat government, which is meant to prosecute those accused of the communal riots of 2002, has actually been leaking information for use in their defense. The affidavit has several email exchanges which expose the collusion between the prosecution team and defense lawyers. The email exchanges between Gujarat's Additional Attorney General and RSS ideologue S. Gurumurthy clearly show how Mehta leaked classified probe details of the Special Investigation Team to Mr. Gurumurthy. Now, these investigation details were then forwarded to defense lawyers like Ram and Mahesh Jetmilani. The emails also show how the SIT classified information was also shared with Amit Shah, Modi's close aide, who was Home Minister at the time of the riots. Now, this also raises serious questions about the role of the government of Gujarat in compromising the riot cases. If the email evidence given in the affidavit is authentic, it's clear that the government was drafting prosecuting papers and sharing those drafts with the defense at the same time. The other big question: how is an ideologue directing the entire strategy in simultaneous correspondence with the prosecution and defense? This also calls into question the role of the Special Investigation Team itself. Congress President Sonia Gandhi, who has been operated upon in the United States for an ailment not revealed by the Congress Party, has now been shifted out of the ICU. The Congress Party just issued a statement saying that the family has expressed gratitude for all the messages and good wishes that have been sent to her. The Congress President is expected to be away for a minimum of 3 weeks.
Sonia Gandhi remained in the ICU for 24 hours and has thereafter been moved out. Her family has expressed gratitude on her behalf for all the messages and good wishes that have been sent to her.
Now, if you're someone who loves games like I do, when we come back, we take you to a challenge of wordplay that was cracked in split seconds by 10-year-olds.